All right, what is going on, everybody? Thank you very much for tuning in to our first installment of the Better Brokers Show. My name is Jake Lyons, and I am co-owner of the Better Brokers Realty Group. Unfortunately, for our first episode, my business partner and mother could not make it. She is a little bit under the weather this January. It is indeed going around, but we're on a tight schedule this year. This is the day that this show gets done. So it's going to get done, and the show must go on. So I'll go ahead and just knock out a quick little intro for everybody. Who are we? Where have we been? What are we doing? Where are we going? So like I said, my name is Jake Lyons. I'm co-owner of the Better Brokers Realty Group with my mother and broker of record, Darla Lyons. She's a 25, 30-year vet in the real estate industry. She has sold everything you could possibly think of, from mobiles to millions. She went through 2008 and the downturn. You know, she's been selling real estate longer than I've been alive, and probably longer than a lot of the people that are either watching or listening have been alive. So she's an absolute juggernaut in the space. She knows everything front, back, and center that you possibly could about all aspects of real estate, be it local locations in our Northern California area, taxes, fees, commission structures, all the legalities of everything, home styles, different stuff you should worry about with your inspections, different kinds of piping, different kinds of electrical. The list goes on and on and on and on. So she has been my mentor through this whole thing. She is now my business partner. And you will all meet her coming up soon. We're going to be doing this weekly. This is just our quick little intro piece. Like I said, my name's Jake. I am going on 2.5-ish years as a licensee. I should have my broker's license here pretty soon. Currently, I'm just on paper an owner of the business. Once I am a full broker, it'll be a little bit more official. Should be happening in the next month or so. So we're chipping away at that kind of thing in the background. I started selling real estate in 2021, maybe late 2020. Can't remember off the top of my head. I think September of 21. But I started at a small local boutique real estate agency. I was on like an iBuyer team. Both me and my mom worked there. I won't say exactly where it was, but I learned a lot about the kind of new wave, new age style of selling real estate. A lot of things are online. A lot of the buyers specifically have a lot of the information that I had. So, you know, I'm not the one, like back in the day when my mom was selling real estate, it was all in a book. You know, the realtors had a book of listings, and buyers didn't have that kind of information. Now all the information's everywhere with Zillow and Redfin and Realtor.com and all these places that consumers can get their information. So I had to learn how to make myself valuable in the space. So I had to learn a lot of the nitty gritty. A lot of it's negotiation. A lot of it's just an understanding of the local area. A lot of it's an understanding of the legalities and making sure all the questions get answered and everybody's on the same page and clear. So we worked there. Both me and my mom worked there for about a year. And then after, seeing her work, she's been doing this my entire life. Finally, I just asked her, why don't you own your own brokerage? Why are you still working for other people? She's mostly on referrals. She doesn't need a whole lot of new business. She would be fine without it. But when I came in, I'm hungry. I want to grow. I'm a young hustler. So, we kind of had a sit-down conversation about it. And in January or February of 2023, we broke off and started doing our own thing. And thus, the Better Brokers Realty Group was born. Basically, most of 2023, it feels like it's been such a long time, but it's really only been a year. A lot of it was dealing with legalities. And that's kind of, as an aside, something that I can't speak for my mom when we do this long form kind of content. It's not just an Instagram post or a TikTok or a Twitter thread or something. I want to provide some true value, and we're building this business. I'm young, I'm 24, I'm learning as I go. So I think there's a lot of things that people my age, people younger, people older, people that are trying to do, entrepreneur stuff, trying to build their own business, are not just clocking in and clocking out. There's a lot of things that they can learn from what I'm doing. So I want to get that piece of value across with this form of content. Also, we want to talk about local current events, the real estate stuff going on. There's all kinds of lawsuits. People are freaking out over the interest rate, where the market's going to go. Hedge funds own a big portion of the real estate, and there's supposed to be some legislation about that, just where we think prices are going and whatnot. There's always something to talk about. It's a great investment. Everybody needs a house. So we want to be a wealth of knowledge for anybody who wants to take it to us or take it from us, excuse me. So we want to get in front of the camera and talk about it because this is what we do. If I do say so myself, we do it pretty well. And we'll just let the numbers show. But to get back to where we were, we dealt with a lot of legality stuff, building a business, early 2023. We left where we were. We broke off, started Better Brokers. I mean, even just getting the name, you have to jump through a lot of red tape and government hoops just to get the name Better Brokers Realty Group. There's a Better Brokers somewhere over here and over there and over there. So we took many months just to get that, getting the logos, getting the signage, getting all the guides, and getting all, getting a lawyer to get everything. We need to make S Corps and C Corps and whatnot. That took up a lot of 2023. But in the background, we continued to buy and sell for a little bit. We were just Darla Lyons Real Estate because she had the broker's license and I needed to hang mine somewhere, and we weren't legally ready to be Better Brokers yet. But while we kind of mold through all this background nitty-gritty stuff that nobody ever gets to see, that I'm sure we'll talk about further when she's sitting next to me and we're kind of reminiscing over it, because it's been a whirlwind. Some might call it a bit hellish. It was a lot. There was a lot to figure out. It's not cheap. It's not easy. And it is not quick to open a business. Your first one, at least. I'm sure it gets easier as you go. But we did pretty well last year, even with opening the brokerage and getting all our materials and getting all our back-end stuff together. We did over 10 million. It was more than we expected to do. And it was very inspiring for us to continue to grow, especially for me. She's phasing out a little bit. I'm phasing in a little bit. This is my baby probably for the rest of my life. So I'm learning a lot, and we did 8 figures, which is absolutely incredible. So we want to grow. This upcoming year, we plan to take, 2 to 5 agents. We plan to up the numbers, pretty much double. We're getting a lot of things going. We've got marketing. We've got sponsorships. We have a bunch of charity events that we're doing. We have a jam-packed 2024. Better Brokers Realty Group is going to be a household name here coming pretty soon. So you guys are going to get to watch the growth of the entire thing. Really, we're starting on year 1. I mean, 2023 was pretty much year 0. We were working at 75% power because 25% of our efforts had to go towards, building a business in the background. And it's still not even done. It's never going to be done. There's always something more that needs to be created. But it's really exciting. We have a meeting with our first potential agent coming up here in a couple days. So we'll keep everybody updated on that kind of thing. I wish this could have been a little bit longer of an intro episode, but, things happen the way that things happen. So this is the Better Brokers Show. We're going to be coming at you weekly. You're going to see a little insight into our lives. We're going to sit down, talk about what we want to talk about. No script, no nothing, kind of podcast style, whatever you want to call it. Better Brokers Realty Group to the moon. We'll see you next week. Thank you very much. Go ahead and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. You know the drill. It's Better Brokers Realty Group everywhere. So like, comment, subscribe, I guess. Thank you, everybody.